The Farmer and His Sons. In a sun-drenched valley, nestled between rolling green hills, lay a prosperous farm. The old farmer who owned it had 5 sons, each as strong and sturdy as the ancient oaks that bordered their fields. Their names were Leo, the eldest and proudest; Marcus, the quickest to anger; Julian, who was quiet but stubborn; Cassian, who always had a witty retort; and little Titus, who admired his older brothers and often found himself in the middle of their disputes. Though they were hard-working, a shadow of discord hung over the brothers. Their arguments were as frequent as the crows that visited the cornfields. They would quarrel over whose turn it was to mend a fence, who could plough the straightest furrow, or who had eaten the last of the honey cakes. These squabbles often escalated into shouting matches and sometimes even into scuffles that left them bruised and resentful. The farmer, whose face was a road map of wrinkles from years of toil and worry, felt a deep sadness watching his sons. His hair had turned as white as the winter snow, and his back was bent from a lifetime of labor. He had tried everything to unite them. He spoke to them with gentle words of wisdom, reminding them that family was the most precious crop they would ever cultivate. He had scolded them with the ferocity of a summer storm, hoping to shock them into harmony. But his words, whether soft or stern, seemed to blow past them like the wind through the barley, leaving no lasting impression. The farmer's heart grew heavier with each passing season. He knew he would not live forever, and feared what would become of the farm, and more importantly, his sons, if they remained so divided. He spent many sleepless nights gazing at the moon, pondering a solution. One morning, as he watched the sunrise paint the sky in hues of orange and pink, an idea, simple yet profound, took root in his mind. He called his 5 sons to the great hearth in the center of their farmhouse. The fire crackled and danced, casting long, flickering shadows on their faces. Without a word, the farmer presented them with a thick bundle of sticks, tightly bound together with a sturdy leather cord. "He send each of you to try and break this bundle," he said, his voice steady and clear. Leo, ever the proud one, stepped forward first. "This will be simple, father," he declared, a confident smirk on his face. He gripped the bundle and strained with all his might, his muscles bulging. He grunted and groaned, his face turning a deep shade of red, but the bundle of sticks refused to yield. Frustrated, he threw it to the ground. One by one, the other brothers tried. Marcus, with his fiery temper, attacked the bundle with a furious energy. Julian, with his silent determination, tried to find a weak point. Cassian, with his clever mind, attempted to use leverage. Even young Titus gave it his all. But despite their individual strength and skill, the bundle remained unbroken. Breathing heavily, they stood defeated before their father. The old farmer smiled gently. He then untied the leather cord, and the sticks fell loosely to the floor. He handed one slender stick to each of his sons. "Now," he said softly, "try to break them." This time, with a simple snap, each son easily broke his individual stick. A look of understanding slowly dawned on their faces as they looked from the broken pieces in their hands to their father. The farmer's eyes twinkled in the firelight. He asked, "Do you see? A single stick by itself is weak and easily broken, but when they are bound together, they are unbreakable. Likewise, you will be strong if you are united. You will be weak if you are divided. A profound silence filled the room, broken only by the crackling of the fire. The brothers looked at one another, not with anger or rivalry, but with a newfound respect. In that moment, they understood the true meaning of their father's lesson. From that day forward, they worked together, their individual strength combining to create a force of unity that made their farm prosper like never before, and more importantly, brought peace and harmony to their family. The old farmer lived out the rest of his days with a contented heart, knowing his sons had finally learned that their greatest strength lay not in their individual might, but in their love and support for one another.